Winston Churchill's resilience lessons in leadership and grit. Are you ever feeling like you're at the bottom of a deep well, struggling to find your way out? Have you ever felt like giving up when faced with overwhelming challenges, and then somehow managed to pull through? Well, Winston Churchill, the legendary British Prime Minister who led his country through some of the darkest hours of World War II, offers us a remarkable story of resilience and leadership that can inspire anyone facing their own trials. Let me tell you this. Here's something you should know about Winston Churchill's resilience. It wasn't just a trait he inherited from his ancestors. It was a deliberate choice he made, a commitment to himself that he would never let anything bring him down. Churchill's journey was far from smooth. He faced numerous setbacks throughout his life, both personally and professionally. His political career was fraught with ups and downs, including a period when he was effectively out of power during the early years of World War I, but even then, he didn't lose sight of his vision. He saw the potential for greatness, and he refused to let adversity define him. You might be wondering, how did he manage to maintain such unwavering determination? One of the most profound lessons from Churchill's life is the importance of having a clear vision. He once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." This quote encapsulates his philosophy of resilience. Even when things seemed hopeless, he had a goal in mind that gave him strength to persevere. For instance, during the Blitz, London was bombed relentlessly, and the British people were terrified. Yet Churchill stood firm, maintaining hope that the city would endure and that victory would come. Here's something you should know. Churchill's vision was not just about winning the war. It was about preserving Britain's spirit and its democracy against all odds. Another critical aspect of Churchill's resilience was his ability to adapt. As the situation in Europe evolved, so did Churchill's strategy. He adapted his tactics and rhetoric to keep the morale of his nation high. In one of his most famous speeches, known as the "We Shall Fight on the Beaches" speech, delivered in July 1940, he rallied the British people by promising that they would fight back against Nazi aggression. This speech was a masterclass in leadership, where Churchill transformed fear into determination and despair into hope. Here's something you should know. Churchill's adaptability allowed him to stay relevant and influential even as his physical health declined. But resilience isn't just about staying strong in the face of adversity. It's also about learning from mistakes and failures. Churchill faced many setbacks in his life, including being dismissed from office twice. However, he didn't allow these setbacks to break his spirit. Instead, he used them as opportunities to grow and improve. In fact, he once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." He recognized that every setback was a chance to learn and to become better. Here's something you should know. Churchill's willingness to reflect on his past failures and use them as stepping stones to future success is a testament to his resilience. Churchill's resilience was also fueled by his unyielding optimism. Even when faced with insurmountable odds, he maintained a positive outlook. He believed that there was always a silver lining, and he encouraged others to do the same. During the darkest days of the war, he famously said, "Never, never, never give up." This mantra became a rallying cry for the British people, reminding them that no matter how dire the situation seemed, there was always hope. Here's something you should know. Churchill's optimism was contagious, inspiring others to believe in themselves and in their ability to overcome challenges. Moreover, Churchill's resilience was rooted in his indomitable will. He was driven by a deep sense of purpose and a desire to make a difference. He understood that leadership was not just about commanding armies or making policy decisions. It was about leading people through difficult times. When asked what he would do if he had to lead the country alone, Churchill replied, "I would put my hand in the fire to get a man who would lead the country with me." This statement underscores the importance of having a team of supporters and followers who share your vision and commitment to the cause. Here's something you should know. Churchill's willpower was unbreakable, and he knew that true leadership meant being willing to work tirelessly for the good of the nation. In addition to these qualities, Churchill's resilience was also influenced by his strong moral compass. He believed deeply in the values of freedom, justice, and democracy, and he was willing to stand up for them even when it meant facing opposition. His unwavering commitment to these principles was a source of strength for him and a guiding light for those around him. Here's something you should know. Churchill's moral integrity helped him navigate the complexities of wartime politics, enabling him to make tough decisions that ultimately benefited his country. Lastly, let's not forget the role of his family and friends in supporting Churchill's resilience. His wife, Clementine, was a constant source of encouragement and support. She helped him through his darkest moments and provided the emotional stability he needed to carry on. Here's something you should know. Clementine's unwavering love and faith in Churchill were crucial in sustaining his resilience during the most challenging times. So, how can we apply Churchill's lessons of resilience and leadership in our own lives? First, set a clear vision for yourself and don't let setbacks deter you. Second, be adaptable and willing to change course when necessary. Third, learn from your mistakes and use them as opportunities for growth. Fourth, cultivate a positive mindset and stay optimistic even in the face of adversity. Fifth, channel your inner willpower and remain committed to your goals. Sixth, stand by your principles and be willing to take risks for what you believe in. Seventh, surround yourself with supportive individuals who share your vision and help you achieve your goals. Eighth, draw strength from your family and friends, and remember that your resilience is not just about you, but about the impact you have on others. In closing, Winston Churchill's resilience is a timeless lesson in leadership and grit. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is always a way forward. His story is a testament to the human capacity for resilience and the enduring power of vision, adaptability, optimism, willpower, moral integrity, and support from loved ones. So, whether you're facing a personal challenge or a professional hurdle, remember that you possess within you the strength and resilience to overcome any obstacle. You have the power to transform your struggles into opportunities for growth and success. Here's something you should know. Churchill's legacy is not just about his wartime leadership. It's about the lessons of resilience that he left behind for us all.